first partners we would need would be parents. And then in addition to students, but parents, and then the community piece, we had some community outreach here that we moved over to number 4, and you'll see that in number 4, where we have embedded all of the community agencies that we would be working with for the success of student or academic success. So in 2.1,
again, with Build a Culture where all employees embrace the mission for the success of every student, every day, whatever it takes. And that's really just aligning a really culture shift of all students, all, and really creating what I always call like a culture of kindness, that people who step onto your campus, there's a sense of kindness around that campus, that people are kind to students, they're kind to parents, that we're getting along, and we see this as a common effort together. And those are the kinds of climates and cultures that we're looking to establish on all our campuses. You know, and that people can feel that. You can walk onto our campus and you can tell us this is a campus that, not just that individual teacher that cares about you, but the whole school cares about you. And students should feel that way, and parents should feel that way, and the staff should feel that way. If we have that kind of culture, then we would become, like you're saying, one of the greatest districts. If every school kind of had those kind of cultures. And when students feel comfortable and safe at school, then that achievement does move forward and does progress. And so that's
didn't say one of them.
There you go. We're not that competitive. We want all districts to race together. You know, that's what it's about. It's, you know, like our district and our neighboring district. I mean, if we're
tied for second.
But that's what we're looking for, really.
I think that's very nice. Saying all.
so one of the keys, I guess, is identifying our mission in our district, and identifying and also sharing with parents what our mission is, not just our goals and expectations of academic success, but also who are we and what do we represent, and what is the goal at the end of the day, not just the high school graduation, but that we've had a partnership throughout with our parents. It's also a part of listening to our community and needs and concerns that they share. More importantly, welcoming, as Jonathan said, our parents. The first point of contact many times is not necessarily the school district office, it's the school office, or it's on that campus, and looking at how people feel when they walk onto the campus, and are our parents treated the same regardless of what community, what school is important that we do it. So we're really looking at building that type of culture. People feel that this is a great place, and also parents say, you know, I feel comfortable leaving my child at this school for 5 or more hours in the school day. Some of our lines of communication, we've had parent meetings, we've had newsletters. We probably need to look closer at how we're communicating, whether we, and it's addressed a little later, but our communications are in a way that it reaches parents. It's not just in a single language. It's one of the things we're looking at probably on web pages, not just at the district, but also at school sites, because we have quite a few parents that might be their first point of contact in deciding if this is the district they would like their children to attend, looking at how we present ourselves through social media or the web page or at a school site. So that's more of, I think, our culture and wanting the parents to be involved. Number 2, we were
just a couple of things on 2.1.3. I really just wanted to emphasize the partnership with the parents, and especially coming from a special ed point of view. I really just want to promote that feeling that parents are a critical partner with us. They have more information about the student than we have. They are, you know, we have to value their expertise and make them feel a valued part of our IEP teams. Really include them. It's a partnership between school and home, where we're going to be consistent in our approaches, both academically and behaviorally. So really make them feel included. With regard to number 4.
Can I ask a question?
Sorry.
So
yes.
Since you're coming in kind of with a fresh pair of eyes and have experience in another district.
Brian, could you speak up a little
Sure. What is your sense of particularly with special ed parents, where they are, do they feel like we're partnering effectively? Is there a lot of room for improvement on that? Are there a higher than normal number of parents who you think view it as an adversarial relationship, or just what's your sense of it? Where do you think we are, and how do we continue to improve it?
Yeah. You know, I'm not sure of the sense, it's so broad, you know, with the experience of each parent. But I can say that, you know, when a parent comes into an IEP meeting, for example, and there might be 10 school staff around the table, and a parent walks in and they feel, you know, like, whoa, do they have an equal voice? You know, is anybody really gonna wanna listen to me? I'm just the parent, you know. So it's really important to make that parent feel a part of the team, and that they do have really valuable input, and to give them information ahead of time so that they can digest that information before they come to the meeting.
Is that pretty typical, that they're meeting with 8 or 10 people on one side of the table?
It might be, you know, depending on the complexity of the student, because there's a person from each discipline, so say a speech therapist, or an occupational therapist, or teacher, general ed, special ed, principal, you know, you're gonna have several people in there, just depending. So it's really important to give that parent as much information ahead of time as possible. So I really encourage staff to send home reports ahead of time, prior to the IEP, or have informal meetings so that they have that information and they're not bombarded with, you know, 10 reports at once and then expected to make a decision on the spot. So just to, and also, as far as number 4, kind of tying that in with school staff. So looking at an IEP team, for example, as a team, so that all disciplines are working together for the benefit of the child. They're looking at one child and all the perspectives that can help that child, rather than I'm the speech therapist and I'm only going to think about speech or my speech goals. So looking at the whole child, including the parent, as a united team. So I see that as critical on number 4. So I just wanted to emphasize that, and also on a different aspect, just to remind you of the equity advisory team and the cultural proficiency that we are working on in that. I see is in number 2, 2.1, in the overall goal, we're really working on trying to include cultural proficiency.
So in our renumbering, down 2.2, support parents and supporting their children, we felt it was important, once we promote cultural awareness and once we foster active parent participation, the next step for us would be to support parents in supporting their children at home, and we wanted to include academically and socially. As you noticed in number 1, as we went to 1.3, it was important not for us to just have the academic success and goals for the academic piece, but also for the behavioral social goals as well. So in 2.2, we listed in the first 2, communicate with parents. We're probably going to reward it to inform parents. It's important that parents know our academic goals and they know the core content, content area of the Common Core state standards. So that's important as we move to the Common Core state standards, that parents are aware of that. Just as we made changes over the years with report cards, we want to make sure parents are aware